Um, right. So, hello guys, welcome to this live stream. Being a Friday, I know we didn't have a live stream yesterday. The last live stream we had was on Wednesday morning. I just want to give an update of what has so far happened so that I can have a clear picture of what happened, even as we close off the laptop today. Being a Friday is the last day that I trade. Now, this week I decided to give a look at BTC and let's see what happened. I do not trade BTC, but I intend to start trading BTC perhaps from next week. I was just trying to see how it's reacting to my zones and everything. And I think it is in order for me to report that. I can see it's clearly aligning with few of the things that I normally keep looking at. So this was the trade idea, and my intention is, as I said, I was intending to buy from this zone to the supply, then finally sell. I can see clearly price bought actually from the from I had marked, um, which was around here. I think 62, 123 is about here. No, it's about somewhere around here. Here, price bought all the way to the supply zone. And again, at the supply zone, if you can just look at 1 hour continuation, remember I was not trading this pair. 1 hour continuation. Let's look at 1 hour continuation, and today is Friday. Today is Friday. If we look at the 1 hour continuation, we are going to realize that let us see in our 1 hour continuation. It should be here. Look at what happened. Look at what happened. Now I did not take this trade, but I was just looking at it. Remember, we had some buys for this zone, the zone here. Supply was about this zone here. Then at the supply, say normally wait for entry confirmation. We had more of a breakout structure, maybe liquidity sweep. I'll call it a liquidity sweep. Then we had a market structure shift that I had marked. Uh, okay, let me put my breakout structure clearly like that. Then we had I identify an order block or supply zone, and my entry was here, the supply zone, and you can see what is happening. Actually, I entered this was a hey 7RR trade that is running currently at 4.5. I mean 5. So this was a good trade. I remember I said that I did not take this trade. I didn't take this trade. So, but it was a good trade. Okay, so I just like putting it so that for the sake of context, we are able to know how this market reacts. So we have liquidity sweep. We have liquidity sweep. Liquidity sweep. We have liquidity sweep. From liquidity sweep, we have liquidity sweep. Then we're going to have we had a market structure shift. Of course, we had a fair value gap stroke order block. Look at how this trade ticked all those particular boxes. So liquidity sweep, it happened. You have a market structure shift, as you can see there. Then you have an order block, and this actually was a clean 5RR. So as I say, this pair actually gave us more than 5RR. It's not that we did not utilize this buy. We were just waiting for the price to come to the supply zone so that we can take our sale from that particular supply. That actually was my idea. So I did not, I was not actually in for the buy to the supply. But in that particular live, I mentioned something about it. So if you are there, you got at least 3RR to the supply, and now a clear 5RR of the center. This was a good setup, and I can clearly see BTC is like it's that pair that is really obeying the forex king together. So this way, I think about 2RR captured, And why was 2RR only is because when I entered this trade, CPI was coming on Tuesday. So I unfortunately left about this particular point. I left the trade because of CPI, because news are always uncertain, so I left the trade. Uh, After having captured about 2RR, but it was supposed to be a very good trade. You can see it went all the way to that level, but it is what it is. So continuation that same Tuesday. Now Tuesday, I want to admit something happened Tuesday. After that move, can see this was the SPI move. I missed this sell for no reason. I missed this sell for no reason. I was waiting for some entry criteria, although I'm not it, but there's a way I could have ended, but I missed that trade. Then came again on Tuesday for this another buy setup. And see my market structure was shift was here. Price went up to this level, came back to my zone I was supposed to enter, and unfortunately again I missed it. I think there's some kind of PPI. This was on Wednesday. This was PPI now. I missed this trade. I was not settled. I was in a meeting somewhere, so I saw the trade. I did not enter. That's how I missed that beautiful trade. Then Thursday, that was yesterday, with a continuation of what should happen, and we see price reacting at this particular zone. Actually, I was expecting price to go to this level here before coming to sweep this liquidity, but as you're going to see, is that price just swept liquidity above this level here, did not come all the way to this level as I expected, but dropped down to here. Okay, so let's see now what we're going to see today. Let me just put here 4-hour continuation because there is, I think, a new structure will be formed. And today is Friday. I like putting this so that when you do a recap of what happened, you are able to see all the day. Let me see 1 hour continuation. This was Tuesday. 1 hour continuation. This was not Tuesday. I think this was yesterday or something. Let me see. No, this was Wednesday. This was Wednesday. Wednesday. And Thursday, that was it. So let's see Friday. Now in the 4 hour time frame, uh, let's go to the 4 hour time frame first. As you can see, just as I said, I was expecting price to react to this zone before pushing down, because actually pushing down was what was in my head, but at least I was expecting a little bit push to the upside, which did not actually happen. But price has successfully returned to this last leg, and we're currently reacting here. So I still feel that price can come to collect this liquidity as always. Price can tap to collect this liquidity before we seeing some more uptrend to them. That's actually what I'm trying to see in this particular market. So we might have some more sales perhaps to 3900 or 3950 thereabout before pushing up. So let me just copy this. Allow me to copy that. Right. Want to believe that we are live. Okay. Can see we are live. Okay. So you're saying I'd like to see price sweeping liquidity below it before a possible uptrend. That's what I'd like to see for this Friday, and this can happen Friday or Now, guys, I want also to be honest with myself that this week I've had less time in the channel. I did not trade on Monday, as I explained. I only traded on Tuesday. Wednesday, I traded only in the morning, and that was it. Yesterday, I was not live. I was not in the charts. So I've really messed up this week. But anyway, it is what it is. I've just been looking at the chart shallowly, not that clearly. Now let's tell you what happened, guys, yesterday. Now, as I said, I was expecting price to react to this zone. You see, price was at this zone, and I knew we were going to drop. So I was expecting would have a push, perhaps to this level here. You can see there's an order block here. I mean, there's a fair value gap, and lastly, as a zone. So I was expecting this move, but we had just a small sweep of the area above here. And I think this, you can see this impulsive push. I don't know what was happening, but it was an impulsive push all the way to that one. All right. So we also need to be very careful because number one, liquidity has been swept. A small liquidity here has been swept, as you can see. We had this leg coming to sweep the liquidity that was here, and the leg that is sweeping liquidity is here. All right. So it means our take is that price to remain below this zone here. This is a zone that is currently protected. Are you together? That's the zone that is currently protected. So price would remain that particular zone. But again, we have this potential now unmitigated a potentially unmitigated supply in this 1 hour time frame. Let me just put it down. H1 supply zone. With that unmitigated supply zone. Which you can see price reacting to it, because whatever we are having here, it's more of price has been coming in a downtrend. So we are still in that particular bias. You see there was a move to this zone, small one here, taken here. So perhaps you can see something, a reaction here before taking it down. You understand? Yeah. So it's good to note that we might have that particular reaction. Okay, let me just take on the 30 minutes. If anything can become much clear. Allow me delete this, guys. No, I should not delete it. I should just restrict it. Allow me restrict this to hourly time for hours. All right, so when we come here, of course that liquidity has been taken, and with gold, something that I've realized, when price takes one liquidity, it always tries to go to the next one. So I'm almost sure that looking at whatever I'm seeing here and my long time of trading, I'm almost getting sure that we might have, you see, failure to break here, we might have a liquidity sweep below here before coming to the supply zone. Actually, that's actually what I'm looking at. 1994 all the way to 1971. I mean 95 to 71, that about. I'm seeing that particular move happening before we can react to the other zones. Right. So in the 1 hour time frame, what we are seeing is that what we are saying in the 1 hour time frame. Actually, from what I'm seeing, because we are saying price and likeliness to go to the supply zone, just like that. So I'm looking at this scenario. If price can is respecting this whatever is here, then perhaps you can have a sweep. You can have a sweep to the zone before coming back to the zone. I'm still looking at that possible scenario. I'm still looking at that possible because I feel like price is respecting that small zone kako hapo above. I still feel that. Okay. So I'm a bit bearish on this for now as we look for to that whatever. It is still consistent with what I'm looking at. All right. All right. Another pair was that we're looking at this week was let's look at the XY. XY is not here. XY should be here. I don't know why I did not put XY here. The XY should be here. Okay, let's just look at it for our time frame. For our time frame, for our time frame. So in the forward time frame, if you go to DXY, we're going one has to be very careful with these sales. Atapata a good entry because I'm in for sales, by the way. Hey, entry line akataba. We can't get a good entry, but anyway, tutaona venye itakuwa. We'll see. We'll see it. Give us. Let's go to the XY in the meantime. Forward time frame. Okay, this DXY I had analyzed it some time back. We carried the analysis from last week. Now, as you can clearly see, assuming you have eyes that are able to see and understand clearly, the XY from whatever I marked, these are forward time frame. We were in a downtrend. Market such a shift with an hour break constructed to the downside. Break or structure to the downside. Uh, break or structure to the downside. Higher market mitigated the supply zone, as you can see over there. So currently, we're just looking for some sales. And the first zone was actually mitigated or rather reacted to. Okay, just a minute, guys. So currently we are left with this. Can see this actually it was an inducement taken. So you are left with this supply, a little supply here, little supply, little supply, little supply. So you have this supply zone, and price has just reacted off this small supply zone. So yeah, I really expect this paper pair to sell at least to the CE of here. We call it the CEE or consequent encroachment or the midpoint of this this zone here, but at least to take out this immediate liquidity that is here. So for this one, we're just expecting some shorts of this zone, and we can target somewhere here, right? And this tells a story for the dollar. If you know, you know. Tells a story for the dollar. All right, so paints a good picture for the dollar that the dollar might really be selling a bit. Okay, anything paired, I mean, anything that the dollar is a base currency would have some shorts. So this one, it in implication 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 that we have a weaker dollar for some time, a weaker dollar for some time. That's what actually this implies. That clearly I'm seeing some sales there. As you can see, some sales are evident here. So we might see some push to the downside. Okay. Yeah, at least check out this low. And if it closes below here, we are going to hold. If it's not closing below there, then we might maybe see some reversal. But that's the DXY. Painting a picture also for this one here now. Euro USD nimeongelea kweli. Sasa nimeongelea Euro USD. The video nilikuwa najirudia. Let's go to Euro USD. No, sitaiongelea. This was carried forward from last week. With that push, we are in a downtrend. However, you're looking to take advantage of the retracing market. That's what I said. We are trapped in a consolidation, good breeding ground for liquidity. Now we go to the M30. I said this was a market of structure shift, and we are expecting a push, maybe downside. And you can see on Thursday we have actually this market, this trade actually was carried forward from last week. We had some. We are holding this trade. I think we were holding some sales from this zone to this zone. We were opting to buy. Then PPI came and pushed the price before it got in. All right. Yeah. But on Thursday we had this anticipation here. I had my market liquidity. Okay, we're looking at what's now supposed to happen. That was 30 minutes time frame. Let's go to 30 minutes time frame and see if all those things happened. Now my demand zone was well marked. With a market such as sweep chop up, the leg that constitutes here with a market structure shift like that. Market structure shift immediately after the liquidity sweep, price retrace, and all of this one was more of our nini, was more of our supply. All of this candle here, you can see price came to react back to the candlestick like that. Had we been serious on this, we could have gotten some shorts. Of course, our take profit would be here. Stop loss would be just above the whatever there, and we could be chilling right away with some about 4R. See the magic of how our strategy is gives a minimum of 4R. So just want to give a report on this so that I can also say my mistake. It's good that when you see whatever you are looking at to enter is happened and you did not enter, you come here and say, we hate this, we hate this. See, I'll show you. Let me show you in the picture. Look at that. We had When liquidity shift, the leg that come to something this year, market shift, price slow down. Now just identify an order block or a demand zone or a, I mean a supply zone in this case is here. Price came tap the supply zone. When it gave us a 4 4RR did not enter, did not enter. No reason, no reason at all, no reason at all. So it did not enter that trade for no reason at all. Just miss that trade because of our own mischievous making. And as it happened yesterday at about 5 in the evening. It will be serious about that trade. Could be having some money, some money, but we did not enter the trade. This one was a bit choppy. It was not giving me that exactly that what I wanted, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Now all of this was now. I'm waiting for some buys. As you can see, all even this USD. In as much as we got some sales over there, I'll be waiting to see. I'll be waiting to see some buys happening from perhaps this zone. That's that's what I'll be waiting to see some buys happening, perhaps from this zone. So from this zone, so I know maybe this is just more of a retracement as of now. As of now, I'll be waiting to see if you can be able to get some more um or maybe let's see perhaps it has come to an OT and the retracement has ended as the DXY is telling us. Now, I mean it has ended. I see price came to at least OTE and dipped back to the demand, I mean to the premium zone. So I think the retracement might as well have ended. Yeah, the retracement might have ended. So yeah, wait to see if you can get some buying opportunities. But that one we missed it. Oh, I feel bad. So to this one again, retracement might be as well as ended. Let us see. Let us see. Oh no, this one has still more breathing space. It can still dig deep, can still melt a bit. At least to cover up, to cover that gap. All right, all right, all right, all right, all right, all right. So that is for that. Let's go to another one that we're looking at. Um, this one we're not looking at it. We're looking at this one. I think this one kinda, and what to expect a little bit of a push on. That's what you were expecting, a little bit of a push to the zone, but I feel like clearly now we don't have an edge on it. We don't have that clear edge on it. Now, now if you go to AUDSD, I'm still also looking for some sales here. I so this AUDSD, we are looking at that particular zones as a selling zone, but uh, let's see a continuation here. Continuation, and today is Friday. Market has come as actually reacting on a POI. Look at where market is actually reacting. Today being a Friday, bro. I used to avoid Fridays trading. I used to really avoid Fridays until last week when all the week was done and I got 3 entries on Friday and they were able to save me a lot. So nowadays I treat every day is just unique to you. Mtu asikwambie kwamba you're not supposed to trade this day. Every day is unique to itself. You can wait the whole week and an opportunity come on a Friday afternoon. Okay, so I don't like people telling me, oh, do not trade on Friday, blah 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 blah. No, Friday not for trading. Every day is unique. Every day is very very unique. Now clearly you can see price pushed up down a little bit, come to sweep liquidity. We had a clear liquidity sweep. If you can see that, a clear liquidity sweep, the clear liquidity sweep. After that, we had a market structure shift, and I have all um, I have a zone here, supply zone from this leg because I treat this as the last candle. All right, so we have a supply there from that leg. The price has failed to kind of tap, and that's what I was waiting to see if price can tap to that exactly that zone. Then it is just creating a liquidity above. If price can tap to this exactly this zone here as it is thereabout, I can enter for some sales and targeting this liquidity here. Actually, this level of liquidity over here. All right. So that's what I'll be. I'm really eager waiting to see if that will happen. AUD USD. All right. Although there's something that's keeping me worried, and I want us to confirm right now. 1 hour time frame. There is something that is making me a bit worried about this whole pair, but I want us to see it right now. So yes, to-do list. I come here, I see, did we have a liquidity sweep? Did we have an MSS? Did we have a fair VG stroke OB? So yes, this has happened, this has happened, it's not going to happen. But there is something I want us to check and see. Let's use AI mode. Use AI to your advantage. Using data for the last 6 months, what has been the correlation between DXY and AUD? Over the last 6 months, January to July, the correlations has remained strongly negative. Ah, while the short-term macro descriptions have caused decouplings, but 6 month, the multi-month correlation averages are strong inverse, extreme inverse traps. Yeah. So this data is not favoring us for some sales because look at that and look at its why. Yeah, who is lying to us? Eh? Because even the XY, that's what you are seeing. Cha. Oh, you say we had the liquidity strip over here, with the markets which are here, and we have all the way. Actually, the XY can be refined further. I don't know what can happen. This DXY can be refined further to this zone. Huh? So this is actually what's preventing me from taking that angle over say. You see, with this one makes sense because I see this one are actually preparing to buy. That is, but now Euro USD, what are you preparing to? What are you preparing? Are you also preparing to buy? Do you think you can get trapped in between there? Wacha tusishikwe katikati ya bit. It's good to be Euro is, I think Euro CHF kwa tumeongelea pia jana, acha tuanze na ya kwanza. Euro CHF, I mean USD CHF with a clear book of structure, price reaction and daily demand zone. The daily time frame we were here, see if price can break. I've seen price fail to break. Price has failed to break. I mean, it broke the zone. Could this be a retest to the zone? Because we again is retesting, we have a zone. We are it's a really nice zone. Where it's actually retesting exactly at that particular point. It's a zone of interest. The XY is selling. Euro USD. Why do you want to buy? Hmm? Breakout and retesting. Guys, should we just ignore these rumors and say, I mean, we say breakout has just been retest. The target quarter. Yeah. Ama is a fake out. Is it? Is this so? So let's wait and see if how price react here, okay? So you're just going to wait. Can it be a fake out? Can it be a real breakout? But I don't know. We'll wait and see. We'll wait and see what price will tell us. Huh? For now, let me just write 1 hour continuation being a Friday. Being a Friday. I don't know. It's I think forex among the market that we don't look forward for weekends because we want just to be in the market to keep making money. This one finally I think is doing what I wanted it to do. If it closes below this zone, we might be in for some sales. Yeah, tembea. This one I think had more setup, like really setup for that matter. For this week. I say me, I normally work with setup that I had from the week. If it's Friday and we have setups, it's very hard for me to trade that Friday. All right. This one I think DVP. I don't know if you can remember this pair, but I just remember this pair. Tulikuwa na nyinyi in this live. And nikwambia why you need to buy from me. Let me see. DVP AUD. Although so myself I did not take that trade. I think it happened on Wednesday. Remember what I said? Fib levels, tukaenda clear up trade, we see our price level on the fib levels. Nikasema this demand buy here. after the particular supply, then start looking for some sales. Look exactly what happened. Ikasema vizuri, ui, sweep it, then go up. Ui, we had sweep it, it's swept, then go up. Now, but why do we miss? We missed this unfortunately. Price fell to retrace as expected. Because there was news. Anyway, there was news. So we did not get a trick the but the reaction was amazing. Now let's look for the sale. Ha! Again, the sale wants to leave us, but the sale wants to leave us. The sale wants to leave us, guys. The beautiful sales want to leave us. Wait, liquidity shift, market shift. I'm waiting for this, and market seemingly does not want to give me what I'm looking for. This fair value gap. All right. Of course, we have some serious inducements there, but if market reacts to give me that inducement, bro, and this is, if you're watching this, we're going to take the beautiful sales back here. And the reasons why we are selling is because of how price is doing. You see in the 4-hour time frame, market is really respecting that zone. So perhaps we want to push to there. So if we get there, we'll be able to do some sales. All right. If we get there. Around the OTE area. So that's a continuation of what you're looking at. Let me get this right. Check alert. I don't want to put an image there first because of some few reasons. 1 hour time frame. 1 hour time frame. Continuation. Today is Friday. Hi. Today is Friday. Today is Friday. Okay, what have I done? What is this, guys? I don't know what I've done. Okay. So we need to say, was there market structure shift? I mean, I normally start with the liquidity. Say, was there liquidity sweep? Was there MSS? Then FVG stroke copy. So right now we are taking this, we are taking this. Has to be ticked. We are waiting for that reactions. Huh? So we missed this for the first time, but I think this is because of news. We missed because of news. Let's see if everything becomes smooth. We'll take this trade. Huh? We'll take this trade. If everything aligns so smooth. Markets put us in, ships the liquidity take us in. It'll be in indeed. And how many pips are these? These are more than 70 pips. 144. 144. 144, my brother. $144. This one was jumping, but Finally, I think we must come to this zone. Hata kama ni mbaya, I see us coming to this zone. Finally, I see this moment coming to this zone. But no wahala, no wahala. This player, after playing for me for quite some time, guess it's high time I release it kwanza. It has really played with my mind for some time. So it's been a high time I've released it first. We need some cells on this pair. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. We're looking for some cells. I think it was on this one. I can remember very well because we for some cells. I think, where was it? I think it was about this area here. I think it was about here. We're looking for some cells. Then I was targeting actually this zone here. Then what happened? My stop loss is just above it here. So what happened? Uh, whatever I don't know if I don't know, you tell me. I need to do research on this one because the value of stop loss here that was actually I was getting a risk of about 8. But now if I look at whatever I'm getting on my MT5 and whatever is reflecting here, they were different. So I had only risk $100. Now, if I try to see where my stop loss is, if I put my stop loss exactly that to MT5, I'm seeing that I'm risking almost $400. $400. So I felt like my mathematics was not right and everything. So I really need to come and understand how this thing calculates fast before I could take it. And that's how I ended up releasing this trade. But it was a good one. Same to that. This one was bit choppy. Same to that BTC. Very good trade. All right, so that's what has happened. So let's keep a watch on whatever we've been analyzed, whatever has been analyzed. Let's keep strong watch. Let's keep trading. Let's keep watching. Otherwise, I wish you all the best. We shall meet in the evening. Make sure you join our evening session to conclude the week. We meet maybe um, from around meet Sangapi, maybe around 4ish or 3 p.m. maybe. That's when we'll meet to conclude our live and sum up every other thing. So I hope to meet you there. See how this was. I've been a human and I don't know how this is beautiful trade one. Yeah, almost 5 hours. And from there I'm looking I'm going to drop down to this demand zone. That's bad. All right, but anyway, see you in the evening. We'll see how move to move about every other thing, right? So see you maybe at 3 p.m. tumalizane na wiki tuone what has happened, katakuwa tumepata to entries or not. We'll discuss that in our evening meeting. So that's all the best. um See you then. Bye.